Sorry for the noise. Hi, starfishies. I'm on here just to clear things up because, as you know, there is a Twitter account going around that is calling me a scammer and emotional manipulator and a pathological liar. And that account happens to belong to my recent ex. And just me, I figured it out. I'm not stupid. Anyway, let's start off with the definitions of each of what he called me. Let's start off with the definition of a pathological liar. The compulsive urge to lie about matters small and big. I don't remember lying about anything like that because I distinctly remember telling him the truth on literally everything. Yeah, certain things did take a while to tell him, but I did tell him, and I am not a liar in any way because, trust me, I out my fucking self out. So, no, I am not a liar. Now let's get on to, he calls me a scammer multiple times. So, one who perpetrates a scam, a person who commits or participates in a fraudulent scheme or operation. Examples: insurance or credit card scams, along with Social Security. I don't remember doing any of those. Okay? An emotional manipulator, he calls me quite a few times as well. An emotional manipulation occurs when a manipulative person seeks power over someone else or employs dishonest or exploitive strategies to gain it. Unlike people in a healthy relationship, which demonstrate reciprocity, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce the word, and cooperation, an emotional manipulator looks to use control and even victimize others. I have never done that. But it looks like you need a refresher on the words. So, those are those definitions. Now let's get into everything. It started on 7/23 at 9:15 a.m. where he replied from a suspended account saying F off cyber, or the actual forward, fuck off cyber. He then proceeds to send a picture of me from 2017 and reply to that suspended account that responded to his fuck off. He then replied to a deleted tweet at 8:34 p.m., same day, 7/23, saying, "My name, don't make me call your mother." And I'm just going to say this now. That suspended account was from the Nazi account. The one that threatened me multiple times, harassed me, and completely stalked me. He doxed me to the person who threatened to harm me, thinking it was me. I'll get more into that later. More replies from a suspended account at 8:37 p.m. and 9:58 p.m., again, same day, 7/23, saying, and I quote, "You editing people and making fun of them is highly hilarious considering you're no catch. At least they get more likes than dislikes." Then proceeds to send a picture of me from 2017. Again, that suspended account was the Nazi account, which I do not own, nor have, nor never had. Then he replies to my post about needing help at 1:09 p.m. on 8/31, saying, I quote, "This girl is a scammer. She has been in other groups begging for money and then disappears. Please do not donate." Please tell me which groups I was in that I begged for money, because the only group I remember ever being in was a hate group for a makeup artist which that group turned out to be a major hate group. And I desperately regret ever joining that group and or actually making that Discord. I wanted it to be a safe place, but it turned so toxic so fast. So yeah, I regret being in that group. And not once had I begged anyone for money there at all. So, nice try. Then, same day at 6:20 p.m., he proceeds to call me a predator. Then on 9/1 at 9:44 p.m., so that I have multiple accounts I used to prey on people. Are you talking about my roleplay accounts? Because anyone with the right state of mind will know that each of those accounts on Twitter have my birthday on them. So they know that they're connected. And I do not prey on people. I used to roleplay on the Naruto one, the Luna Uchiha one on Twitter, but I recently stopped. I never once had any of those RPs become a relationship, nor will they ever be in a relationship. Thank you very much. But nice try. And each of those say 18 plus. So, no. Then again, same day at 9:48 p.m., he begins to tell people that I'm very manipulative and a scammer. Where am I manipulative at? Please tell me, because I truly am being myself. Like, there's no manipulation. I do not bug people. Again, what am I selling to scam people? Please tell me. Then on 9/3/21 at 6:23 p.m., he proceeds to say that the Nazi account was mine, that I used it to harass myself, and that I Asian fished and pretended that I'm only Asian, half Native American. When, first off, the people in that group chat on Discord automatically assumed I was half and half when I told them that I do have Japanese in my DNA, along with Native American. They automatically assumed I was half and half, so I played along. I never Asian fished. Because on my old YouTube channel, I even stated multiple times that I have Cherokee, Cree, Scandinavian, Irish, and Japanese in my DNA. Do more research. Then again, same day at 6:26 p.m., he claims to know my family and that my multiple accounts pretend to be friends to beg people for money. When, if you know my family, then why don't you call them? Why don't you? And as for my multiple accounts pretending to be friends to beg people for money, that's complete BS as well. Because, yeah, on Instagram, considering they are roleplay accounts, considering a lot of them in the bio says not a roleplay or I am that real person, is part of the roleplay. And anyone, again, with their right state of mind will know that if one of the accounts has the same Cash App and if they're all sharing it, they're connected. Not that hard. Oh, then on 9/5/21 at 5:18 p.m., he then proceeds to show a screenshot of my old YouTube channel and the Nazi account again, claiming that it's me and continue to call me a racist and an attention seeker. First off, the Nazi account's birthday is June 10th, making them a Gemini. My birthday is January 25th. I'm an Aquarius. I always put my birthday on all my accounts. I do not change my birthday at all. Secondly, the Nazi account has a computer. I do not. They also seem to also have a printer, hence printing out all those Nazi pictures. Again, I do not have a computer or a printer. You should know this. You've been to my house multiple times. Did you see a laptop? Did you see a printer? Did you even see a PC? No. Then at 5:55 p.m. on, again, the same day, you show a screenshot of my Discord where I jokingly put, I'm half Japanese. Because it was a fucking joke. Because people like to assume shit. Obviously, you do too. Then saying, why lie? Again, before I fucking left that group, I explained to them, I never said I was half and half. They fucking assumed, and I went along with it because I thought it was fucking hilarious, because obviously them claiming that they watch my videos, they obviously do not. So where did I lie? Then at 11:50 p.m. on 9/5/21, you post another screenshot of my old Twitter account saying, the asking for money goes way back months and months. $700 to visit an online boyfriend. Where do I even begin with this one? First off, yes, when I asked for that money to visit, aka you, I wanted to return your shit that you left at my house. And the fact that you used boyfriend as in present tense is quite hilarious. Considering by that time I was already fucking ghosted. And I already knew it was pretty much over. So, because you blocked me on everything. Shocker. And last I checked, it went from online to physical. Funny how that works, isn't it? And by the way, I never got any money from that account at all. So try saying that I got money from that account, you would be lying again, because I never got a cent from that account at all. Then at 11:53 p.m. same day, you posted another screenshot of my old Twitter account accusing me of pretending to commit, trigger warning, claiming that I pretended to commit suicide, and then backpedaling, and then claiming my sister hopped on my account, when in actuality I did not fake shit. And my mom, along with my sister, do know my Twitter password and email. So yeah, they do have access to my account. Then at 11:56 p.m., you called me an attention seeker again and told me F you, and even admitted that I struggle with depression, but then say I prey on people's emotions. I have a severe case of depression. I have clinical depression, which I am currently taking medicine for, because, yeah, they're upping it a bit, because I'm still struggling with it. Then on 9/6/21 at 1:24 p.m., you backpedal yourself and post a screenshot of my old Twitter account, again calling me a predator and a pathological liar. How am I a fucking predator? And or a pathological liar? Please tell me. I really would love to know. Because I seem to out myself quite a fucking lot every time I lie. And how am I a predator when you also lied quite a lot and still continue to? Again, I'll say that towards the end. Trust me. You then say that I migrate from fandom to fandom asking for money for different reasons. Then you say you and others donated to me under false pretenses. First off, you never fucking donated. No one asked you to send me money. You offered. I told you no repeatedly. You still sent the fucking money. Secondly, the so-called other person that donated to me, I ended up paying back, and I have screenshots of that because, you know, receipts are a thing. So, again, how'd you donate to me? Again, at 2:16 p.m. on 9/6/21, you claim I burned you and others. Again, call me a liar and a scammer and say I've been doing it for years. Then say I e-beg and then go on to say that I'm not honest about what I do with the money. Then you post my screenshot of my very first Twitter account along with a screenshot of one of my abusive ex's Twitter accounts of him warning people about me. First off, my very first Twitter account was created a long time ago. And the fact that you put that when I was huge into K-pop and learning Korean at the time is seriously fucked up. And the fact that you even posted my quote that I put under the picture saying that I'm happy. Yeah, I was happy that I surpassed 400 fucking followers on that account. Not because I got money, dipshit. I never once got money from anybody from that account. Or any other account for that matter. Now, as for the abusive ex of that fake paranormal account, yeah, let's talk about that. The fact that one of the followers is my first abusive fiance, who, mind you, mentally, verbally, and physically abused me for years. He basically tried to isolate me away from friends and my family. He tried to get me to turn against my mom, my dad, and my sisters. He isolated me. He tried to kill me multiple times. I woke up in the fucking hospital twice. One of which I do not remember because how badly I was fucking drugged by him. Oh, and let's not forget that time when we had our own place. And do you know how cuddly I could get? I wanted to cuddle and talk. I get fucking bitch slapped across the face because I interrupted his fucking League of Legends game. But yeah, he is the fucking victim, right? Little did I know he was also cheating on me multiple times with multiple women during the entire relationship. One of which, before he walked out, he ended up getting one of them fucking pregnant. Yeah. Now, as for the guy that warned people that I use people and drop them like a sack of lead, let's talk about him for a bit, shall we? Because you, along with dipshit number 1, tend to believe every fucking word he says. When in reality, that douchebag thinks that he could talk and see dragons. He believes he's in a sexual relationship with a fucking male dragon. And you really want to take his word for things? Oh, and let's not forget, when he was struggling in North Carolina, me and my family so graciously helped him. We helped him and his boyfriend get a job at Amazon, where he then proceeds to backstab us, tries to get my dad fired multiple times, of accusing us of stealing packages when in reality, they're the ones that stole thousands of dollars worth of packages from Amazon. Then they tried to call CPS on us because we were living in a hotel because we were homeless because of psycho number 1. Oh, I forgot to mention, psycho number 1 also hired 2 private investigators to see where I was at, tracking me down. He also then hired people to put sugar on with other shit in my dad's gas tank, where we could have literally almost died. Yeah. And let's not forget, psycho number 1 also openly admitted on his Facebook that he has people tracking me down and trying to stalk me, trying to figure out where I am. And y'all seriously want to believe a dude that thinks that he can fucking see and talk to dragons? When in reality, they're the ones that use people and drop them once they get done? Sure. My family has done nothing but help both of them. Let's continue. Then on, again, same day at 2:49 p.m., you posted a screenshot from my old Twitter account. Again, claiming that I'm going to great lengths to seek pity and sympathy, and then proceed to say that a few months ago I faked an attempt and then backtracked. I really could give two shits about people, what they think about me. Which is why I pretty much hide how I'm feeling online or how I'm doing when people ask. Because I do not give two shits about pity or sympathy. So, nice try there. Then say a few months ago I faked an attempt. No, I did not fake an attempt. My friend Kimchi actually has call logs of me being on the phone with her for almost 2 hours, her trying to calm me down. She has evidence, she has screenshots, she has proof on multiple accounts of her trying to calm me down during those supposedly fake attempts. But where were you at? And by the way, I never faked a fucking thing. I have actual physical evidence that I'll happily post of me being in the hospital, along with me being in the mental hospital. Then you again start calling me an emotional manipulator and telling people to not give me money or attention. Now, what's the attention thing about? What's that about? And how am I an emotional manipulator? What, telling them the truth about my family? Considering you have not talked to me nor my family for months? So you don't know how the fuck we're doing? But I say you to assume shit. Again. But then at 2:50 p.m., you said that you don't want me to hurt myself and that I need some help along with being supervised online. First off, I have gotten help. I do have a wonderful therapist. And I am heavily medicated. So, yeah. And as for being supervised online, my mother is my manager. She knows what I post, when I post, and I ask her permission before I post anything to make sure that it is approved and appropriate. So, yeah, there's that. And then you proceed to call me an emotional manipulator again, along with a liar, and saying I misappropriate the money I beg for. That's funny because last I checked, bank accounts have receipts on what you use the money for. I'll happily take a screenshot of my bank account proving that the money that was actually sent went towards the purpose it was supposed to. Yeah. There's a little thing called evidence, sweetie. Where's yours? And last I checked, I never begged anyone for money. If they didn't donate, okay, they don't have to, because I know a lot of other people are struggling as well, and that they need the money more than we do, or more than I do. Shit, my PayPal's messing up that it refunds people. If they don't want to send it back, I do not care. They could use that money for themselves or their family. I do not beg them to send it back. I could care less. Now, let's get one thing straight. My first ex-fiance. I do not fucking care. I'm gonna out him. His name is Valathor, CEO of Valzar Gaming. He also claims that I abused him throughout the entire relationship, when that was false. Me and my family helped him with a place to stay. We gave him food. He's the one that told us that he was vegetarian. We never starved him. But that turned out to be complete bullshit, considering he ate double cheeseburgers from McDonald's, he ate pepperoni pizza, and he ate bacon like crazy. We never starved him. He's the one that kept saying that he was vegetarian. So my mom cooked to what his supposed needs were. He isolated me from friends and family. Tried to get me to turn on my own mother. Tried to get me to turn on my dad. Got me to turn on my sisters. And then proceeds to degrade me. Treat me like shit. Completely and utterly ignore me, or, as before, bitch slapped me across the face during one of his stupid games. Yeah. As for the second boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, David Plunkard, who's trying to start a gaming company. He goes by Blizzard Dragon, so many names. But they all end in dragon. Wonder why. He claims that he could talk and see and is in a sexual relationship with a male dragon. Yeah. Also, between Valathor and David, they both claim that they tried to get a restraining order out against me. But they couldn't locate me because we were moving from hotel to hotel. When that's bullshit. I ended up calling the courthouse and the police department where that supposedly was. There was no record of any report on my name for a restraining order and none authorized or sent out. So they lied there completely. I always fact check before everything. As for David and his boyfriend, I was trying to get out of David's boyfriend's car at the time. I did not know that they were together, but I tried to get out of their car. David was supposed to help me out because the car was high and I am small. And he then proceeds to drop me to the point where I break my foot, and then him and his boyfriend proceed to laugh hysterically at me while I'm literally screaming and crying in pain. Then they manipulate me into telling my parents that I fell on my own so they wouldn't get in trouble. It got to the point where I did finally come clean to my parents what happened, and they were not happy. That's when shit started to go down, and that's when David proceeds to try to get my dad fired from his job and try to call CPS on the little ones that do live with us to try to get them taken away. Nothing came of it, of course. But they were proven to have stolen thousands of dollars from Amazon, and then they fled back to North Carolina, where they proceed to call me crazy. So yeah. And now, my current ex. One thing I will admit, I did have a bit of a breakdown. I'm not gonna lie. I did try to get a hold of him multiple times. I never harassed his family. I messaged them once. They messaged me back. That was that. Because I needed answers because he fucking up and ghosted me after promising that he would marry me and he wanted a family with me. Yeah, funny how that shit works out, isn't it? He did promise to marry me and propose to me properly. But the day he left, which was on Easter, after confirming that we were still together, he ended up ghosting me and then blocking me. I tried to get a hold of him, figure out what I did wrong, what happened. He tells me so many different things when I'm finally able to get a hold of him. And his ex, who pretended to be his friend, told me that he didn't want to be with me because of certain reasons, and that him and his ex, which turned out to be her, were actually back together. I proceeded to let her know that I did have a miscarriage with his baby, which was confirmed at the mental hospital where I was held for 2 weeks because of my breakdown. It's a supposedly fake attempt. And then he proceeds to tell me that that wasn't the reason, that it was a lot of other things, like me supposedly being too clingy and all this other stuff. It's just like, no one told you to call me after work. No one told you to do that. You did not have to do that. You could have just texted me after you got off work saying, hey, heading home, have a good night. That's it. No one told you to call me as soon as you got off work. You did that on your own. Same thing with the money thing. You offered to send me money to help with my family. I declined multiple times, and you still sent it. So you never donated. And I also told you multiple times about the Nazi account that was stalking, harassing, and threatening me. But I also find it quite funny how every time when you visited, it stopped. The moment you left, it started back up again. Odd, isn't it? Considering you have 2 computers, and I have none, and I do not have a printer as well. But I'm starting to think that you do. So, and if it isn't you, then you doxed me in front of the person that literally threatened to kill me and my family. So I hope you're proud of yourself for that. Also, on top of things, yeah, I did manage to also get a hold of you when the harassment started to get worse again from the person, and we did talk for a short time. And where they faked a screenshot of them messaging you. Like, how am I supposed to do that when I have no computer and I have no editing skills whatsoever? How does that work? And yeah, we talk for a bit. And then you tell me the real reason why you ghosted me. Because I wouldn't open up to you every time you asked me what was wrong. When literally all you had to do was wait a couple days before that final wall came down. But you didn't. And now that I'm finally loving myself and trying my best to be happy by myself, is when you want to start spreading lies and defamation on me. Which, by the way, defamation's against the law. It's illegal. I'm trying my best not to actually get the police involved. Because trust me, I'll happily get my happy, thick ass up to where you are and file a police report there with all the evidence I have. I will. So, yeah. But yeah, the Nazi account was never mine. I do not know who has that account, but it's definitely not mine. Because they have a computer. I do not. There's literally screenshots that I sent the resurrection of them taking a screenshot from their phone, from their computer. They literally took a picture of their computer screen. I do not have a computer screen. I do not have a computer. I've not had a computer in years, dude. Years. But it's funny how you have 2 computers though, right? You also want to call me a liar when you've lied to me so many fucking times. I asked you, do you have a TikTok? Oh no, I don't have it. Bullshit. I found it. You have a TikTok account. So don't say that you don't. You also said that you don't have multiple accounts, but obviously you do in order to take those screenshots. You obviously have multiple Discord accounts, along with multiple Instagram accounts, to get that picture from 2017 with my locked old Instagram account. So I find that quite funny as well. You also said that you do not have a Twitter, but obviously you do. So, how many other accounts do you have? You want to claim that I have multiple accounts, but I happily showed all my accounts. How about you do the same? All of them. Because I have nothing to hide. Do you? And just saying, why would I have a Nazi account and continue to degrade myself, call myself a whore, a pig, a cow, call myself fat, call myself ugly, hideous? Why would I do that to myself? Please make it make sense. But since I already know you're going to watch this, considering the Nazi account, and probably you keep disliking my videos with your multiple accounts, how about you grow a pair of balls and actually unblock me and message me and talk to me like an actual adult, instead of acting like a man-child like the other two dipshits? Because last I checked, I'm not a predator. Yeah, I do have age regression where my mind is that of a 16-year-old, which is slowly, gradually going up. So if anyone's a predator, it'd be you. Because my mind state is that of someone that cannot consent properly to things. Yeah. A good old police officer. And my therapist told me that. So if you want to actually man up and talk to me, you know how to reach me. Again, I do not want to get the police involved. Also, after the breakup, I still have not hated you. Will not hate you. No matter everything you do. Because like I said before, I fell for you like an idiot. But, yeah. You know how to reach me. Bye, guys.